So, you're thinking about getting your PMP certification? Smart move. It's one of the most respected credentials in project management, and today we're going to lay out the entire roadmap for you, step by step. Let's dive right in.
And, just so you know, this entire breakdown comes from an expert. We're basing this on the work of engineer Mohammed Magdi, who founded the PM Tips platform, so you can be sure you're getting solid professional advice.
First off, what even is the PMP? Well, think of it as the global gold standard for project managers. It's not just a piece of paper. It's proof. It tells companies all over the world that you've got what it takes to lead their projects to success.
But before you can even start dreaming about the exam, you've got to make sure you're actually at the starting line. That means checking off the eligibility requirements from the Project Management Institute, or PMI.
Okay, so PMI has basically laid out two different paths for you, and it all depends on your education. If you've got a university degree, you need 36 months, that's 3 years, of experience leading projects. If you have a high school diploma, you'll need a bit more, 60 months, or 5 years. But here's the one thing that's the same for everybody. You absolutely need those 35 hours of formal project management training. No exceptions there.
All right, so let's say you check all the boxes and you're eligible. What's next? Well, it's the main event, the PMP exam itself. Knowing what you're up against is half the battle, so let's break it down. This chart tells you everything you need to know about where to focus your study time. The exam is broken into 3 main areas. A massive 50% is on process. That's all the nuts and bolts of managing a project. Then you've got people at 42%, which is all about leading your team. Together, that's 92% of the exam. The last little slice, just 8%, is business environment. So, the takeaway, master people and process, and you are well on your way to passing.
And get ready, because this is a marathon, not a sprint. We're talking 180 questions in 230 minutes. That's almost 4 hours. It's a true test of your knowledge and, honestly, your stamina. It's also awesome that the exam is offered in both English and Arabic, making it accessible to so many more professionals. Now, don't go in expecting a simple, straightforward test. The PMP mixes it up to really see what you know. You'll get your classic multiple-choice questions, sure, but you'll also see multiple response questions where you have to pick more than one right answer. And they even throw in some drag-and-drop questions, which you might see for matching concepts or putting steps in the right order. All right, let's switch gears and talk about the practical stuff, money. Getting certified is definitely an investment, so you need to know what you're getting into. Let's talk about the actual costs and fees. This table lays it all out pretty clearly. If you're a PMI member, the exam will cost you $405. If you're not a member, it jumps up to $555. Now, the membership itself is $129. So, you can do the math. It's actually cheaper to become a member first and then pay for the exam. Plus, it gives you a big discount if you happen to need a retake. It's kind of a no-brainer. And this is a really great thing that PMI does. For people living in countries that PMI considers developing nations, the exam fees dropped all the way down to just $284. It's a fantastic way to help grow the project management community everywhere.
Okay, you're eligible, you know what the exam looks like, and you've got the costs figured out. Let's walk through the final stretch, the application process, and what happens after you pass that exam.
The process is really straightforward. First, you'll fill out your application online, and they give you a generous 90 days to finish it. After you hit submit, PMI will review it, which usually takes about 5 business days. Once you get that thumbs up, you pay the fee, you schedule your exam, and then you go in and pass it. And just like that, you are officially a certified PMP. Now listen up, because this is a huge tip that will save you a major headache. The name you put on your application has to match your government ID, like your passport or national ID exactly. I mean, letter for letter. Any little difference can cause big delays or even get your application flagged. Passing the exam isn't the finish line. It's really just the beginning. Your PMP certification is good for 3 years. During that time, you've got to earn 60 Professional Development Units, or PDUs. Think of it as continuing education. It ensures you're staying up to date with your skills. Once you hit that 60 PDU mark, you can renew your certification for another 3 years. So there you have it. The entire path is laid out right in front of you, from the requirements and the exam details to the application and how you keep your status. The steps are clear. The only question left is, are you ready to start your journey?